applied the foam for a second application, about 9:06. Let it sit for another couple minutes. Residence time on the second application has also been about 3 minutes. Take a look when we tilt this pan and see what happens. We'll take this over and give it a few shots of water rinse. Looks like the JPX really doesn't need much of a rinse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here we see the second application with no scrubbing or agitation. The JPX removed virtually all of the oil, and then synthene followed by ZymeFlow and the mobile soap. Take a look. The synthene seems to have kind of pushed back the oil around the surface. I think that's from the high alkalinity. You can see how much is actually left there. The mobile soap, and then the ZymeFlow. In the pan for the next demo, I noticed a couple things. I was putting straight JPX. We can see how this works. I've noticed that what it does is it floats the oil up to the top of the JPX. This is also indicated through treatment in the wastewater stream, where the oil seems to separate in the water phase. It floats up on top and does not form a difficult emulsion to break. You can see how quickly that straight JPX is working. If you blow on top of that, the oil just floats right up on top. It's a little difficult for me to demonstrate that because I'm holding the camera. Let me see if I can do this. I'm going to go ahead and clean this pan. We'll try some heavier material, a resid. Testing a much heavier material. You can see here that it's very sticky, very tacky. I use this scraper to actually scrape this oil onto the surface. We'll go ahead and do the same procedure, foam these products on and let them sit for a little bit longer, maybe half hour, 45 minutes. We've applied the cleaners to the surfaces. It's just about 10 o'clock. We'll come back in a half hour or so. I've been working on this heavy oil for about 40 minutes. I'm going to rub each one of these and see how it's working. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's some good oil pickup there. This is very sticky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No oil there. On the synthene. For the mobile soap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No oil pickup there. And the ZymeFlow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No breakup there. So JPX was the only product that really seemed to pick up the oil, as you can see. None of these really, you can see how it sticks on that synthene. Nothing there. Well, I'm going to go ahead and reapply, and we'll let it dwell for another 40 minutes or so. We applied the foam. It's about 10:44, so we'll come back in about 45 minutes. Okay, we've gone about 40 minutes. The only product that seems to have done much of any work is the JPX. We'll agitate these a little bit and then rinse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, very sticky. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, same thing. That oil is actually coming through from the JPX. I should have used a very clean cloth. Let me try that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Take it back and evaluate it. Well, it looks like JPX removed most of that oil. I do notice that on the mobile product there is quite a bit of foam left over, showing that it's a little bit difficult to remove this product from the surface once it sits. That indicates that there's quite a bit of surfactant there, meaning that it would be difficult to rinse and really build up quite a bit of lather there. The Zyme Flow really made no dent in that oil stain, as with the Synthene. And we can see that the JPX still is working a little bit even after we have rinsed it. What we'll do is use the same cleaners in a immersion test. We've taken a very set-up resid, which we chip out with a screwdriver. I've weighed 4 pieces, so they're all 0.2 of a gram, and we'll put these into these jars and let them sit for a while. Okay, we'll come back and see how they look. Sit over the weekend, and you can see here in the jars that Zyme Flow, Mobile Soap, and Synthene all have the chips still intact, with no removal of the oil or no dissipation of that chip. You take a look at the JPX, and it's floated the entire piece, dissolved it completely, and lets that oil float right up on the top of that jar. Let that sit for a while, and that oil will float back up the top again. Back about a half hour after I shook up this jar, and you can see that the oil has then again gone back up to the top of the surface.